What's the leader of the... what?
Hello and welcome to Salford Now with Sean Jones
and Cameron Waters. Here's what's coming up on today's programme. We follow the latest Brexit updates following the cancellations of the Commons vote tomorrow.
We've already voted to leave, so no point of getting back, as we'll be more independent.
All that work when everyone was voting a while back, I think if we go back, it would have been a waste of time.
Brexit is not going to give results tomorrow.
War hero Walter Bentley died without any family or friends, but today dozens turn out to honour him.
And we explore the gaming world through the medium of music at Salford University. Theresa May's critical Commons vote on her Brexit deal has been postponed after the European Court of Justice ruled that the UK can unilaterally revoke Article 50 and stop the Brexit process. Anthony Pilling joins us in the studio to tell us more about the developments. So what does this mean for the UK?
So Cameron, as you can imagine, it's a bit of a mess at the minute. Theresa May has just come from a speech to the House of Commons saying that she will be deferring the final meaningful vote that was scheduled to take place tomorrow. This comes from clear admission from herself that she thinks that her deal will not be passed through the House of Commons. So from there, she will return to Brussels to seek legally binding assurances that the Irish backstop will not be indefinite when we do leave the EU. Theresa May has said that she will not leave the EU without the backstop. However, the EU statement today said that they are unwilling to renegotiate. When asked about the vote in her statement to the House of Commons, Theresa May refused to say when it will be, although she did imply it could be as late as January. She says this is the best deal for the country in terms of it working for everyone. However, when she said they must honour the referendum.
Thank you very much.
A 27-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after a man was shot outside of his home. The victim was left with injuries to his chest, knee and wrist after the attack on Benedict Close in Lower Broughton last Tuesday. Detectives are still urging witnesses to come forward with any new information.
Police have confirmed that the human leg found in the River Irwell belonged to a woman reported missing in 2017. Marie Scott left her home in Hale before Christmas last year and was last seen shopping in Bury on the 18th of December. Police say they don't believe there are any suspicious circumstances surrounding her disappearance.
A recent report has revealed that 45% of Salford's 5-year-olds suffer from tooth decay. Another study has found that nearly half of adults in the northwest have not seen a dentist in the last 2 years. We visited a dentist in Salford to see how the community are combating this.
Adults, you see gum disease, and in the youngsters, you see a lot of decay, particularly in Salford, where we have very high decay rates.
The funeral of a former RAF pilot who fought during World War II was held today. Dozens turned out to honour Walter Bentley after an appeal by a veteran society.
Walter had no surviving family members and died last month at the age of 97. Our correspondent P. Mullenstein attended the funeral this afternoon.
It's a farewell to a friend, to the man who gave everything to the city he never left. A lifelong resident of Salford, Walter Bentley worked as a bus driver and a recruitment officer. Not an image you might have of a war hero, but Walter was just that. In September 1944, Walter volunteered as an RAF pilot in the Second World War. His first flight was shot down near the town of Nijmegen in Holland. He crash-landed his plane, saving the lives of all 5 of his crew members. And just 7 days later, Walter was airborne again. After his wife died in 2007, Walter had no immediate family to honour his memory. Today, dozens came to Salford's Agecroft Cemetery to celebrate his life. After a plea for mourners, the crematorium was overwhelmed with the response.
Arriving here, I got the shock of my life. I thought it may have been enough to maybe half fill the crematorium, but I think you could fill it 5 times over. He'd be very proud, I think, if he could look down.
I was lucky enough to meet Walter at the RAF 100 event in Manchester earlier on this year. So we hosted him for the day and took him around the exhibits. So he was able to tell us a little bit about his service history. So it was a great opportunity to meet him and spend some time with him. And then obviously, sadly, with his now passing, it was right and proper that we should come and celebrate his service career.
Really poignant that there's a lot of military presence here as well as a civilian, like local community presence as well. It shows that, like my daughter said earlier on, people do still care. You think that people don't, that the spirit, humanity, people just don't care anymore, but this proves people do care and they realise it's important to say thank you for what you did.
Walter was a stickler for punctuality and wanted to make sure his funeral ran on time. With the help of the Air Force that he loved and the people in the city he called home, Walter's send-off ran with military precision.
Stagecoaches singing Santas are coming to town as they ride round Salford, bringing festive cheer and raising money for the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital on the 50 bus.
So what's your favourite Christmas song, Cameron?
Well, I'll give you my top three, Sean. So, number 1 is Fairy Tale of New York. Number 2 is Last Christmas by Wham. And number 3 is Jingle Bells. And number 4 is also Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but we'll leave that for another time.
Christmas songs. I'd have to say Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's a brilliant song.
It's such a good, it's such a good song as well. But I do agree with Fairy Tale of New York.
Fairy Tale of New York. I'll give you a little bit of a rendition, but I haven't voice trained so far.
I was hoping for a bit of a rendition there, Cameron.
It just hits you in the feels. My favourite line of the song is, I don't know the lyrics, so that is my favourite line of the song.
It's your favourite song, yet you don't know the lyrics, Cameron?
That's it, yeah. I've really enjoyed my time in Christmas.
An art gallery in Eccles is soon to be celebrating its 10th anniversary with a brand new exhibition. From Salford to Hollywood, this gallery has had many interesting contacts in its time. Joe Doherty went to find out more.
It painted Salford, smoky tops on cardboard boxes from the shop, and parts of Ancoats where I used to play.
I'm standing here outside Eccles Community Art Gallery, which is soon to celebrate its 10th anniversary with a new exhibition, Out of the Attic. Would you believe that this small art gallery in Salford has even made itself known to Hollywood stars such as Johnny Depp and Robert Pattinson?
What actually happened was that Karen Illingworth, who lived locally, was actually a neighbour of mine. And she was an artist. She belonged to a local art club who couldn't find anywhere to exhibit their work. So she approached the precinct and asked them, could she have this place, it turned out to be, for a fortnight for them to mount an exhibition, get people to come in, see their work. And they agreed, and they let her have it for nothing, and so she did that. And that was 10 years ago, and we're still here. It kind of developed from that. Karen became very keen on that, and she became the one and only person running it for 18 months.
One of the artists, Audrey Pollitt, has even had her work admired by various Hollywood celebrities, with Johnny Depp owning copies of her work and Robert Pattinson showing admiration.
People who come in here have all sorts of different tastes, and we always try and provide something for everybody, if you like. We don't want to always go down the same path and always do this. We like people to be able to come in and say, actually, that's the kind of thing I like and I can't buy it, or that one over there is for me. It's really important that in a place like Eccles particularly.
And would you believe it? Johnny Depp and Robert Pattinson buying artwork from an Eccles gallery.
Might get down there and make an investment myself. Joe's here now, and it wasn't a work of art for Salford last night.
Certainly wasn't. Salford City suffered their first league loss of the season with a 2-0 defeat away to Chesterfield. Alex Kawamya's brace prevented the Ammies from reclaiming top spot despite title rivals Leyton Orient's earlier loss. Manager Graham Alexander said this, as his side need to focus on returning to winning ways in the next game.
Today, but I can only give the players a load of praise from what they've done over the last few months. To go 20 games unbeaten, it's difficult at any level of football, and it showed great ability, great fitness, great focus to do that. And it's come to an end today. We have to make sure that when we come back to work next week, we're ready to win the next game. And that's all we have to focus on, is the next game, and that's what we're going to do.
Formula E driver Sam Bird was showcasing this season's Generation 2 car at Media City this morning ahead of the start of the 2018 season. The brand new car will mean the Virgin Racing driver will no longer have to swap cars halfway through the race, as the car has double the energy storage than the previous model. Back to the studio presenters.
So, Joe, I see your beloved Manchester City obviously hit a rock in the road with the title challenge. How do you feel about Chelsea beating your side 2-0?
Well, it happens, doesn't it? You lose some, you win some, but I still think at the end of the season we'll be the ones singing.
But you just don't have Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
We don't, but we do have Phil Foden, who's hopefully signing up to a new 6-year contract today.
That is brilliant. But you're not Chelsea, Joe.
I know.
And how do you feel about losing 2-0, obviously, with a great goal from N'Golo Kante, the best holding midfielder in the Premier League?
It was a disappointing defeat, and I thought in the first half we were probably the better team. But on the other hand, you know, Chelsea defended very well and they took their chances well, so you've got to hand it to them, I think.
And what do you obviously think about Liverpool now sitting top? Do you reckon they'll win the league, Joseph?
No, I don't. I don't think they've got enough depth, and I think that they've been living on borrowed time for a long while.
So I believe that Chelsea might come second, Liverpool top, and City and United fourth, third, you know, just down the league.
I don't agree with you. I still think we'll win the league.
Chelsea are going to win the league, Joseph. Thank you.
Salford University students combined their love of video games and music this weekend with a spectacular performance of some of the most iconic games. An orchestra, heavy metal band and other string artists played to the theme tunes to an audience at the university. Our reporter Jess Williams attended the event.
Students from the University of Salford performed in a one-time only show called Video Games in Concert. The idea for the show came from the group's love of music and also, you guessed it, video games. The show was held at the Salford Uni Student Union, with all the performers, crew and organisers being students at the university too. From 8-bit classics to more unique Japanese games, the concert covered everything gaming.
We just kind of looked at each other and just went video games, because video game music is becoming more a part of society. We also have a charity, so the same people who are running this run a charity. It's just feeding the homeless, so it's called Feed the Famished, and tonight is in aid of that. So we have run events, just not events like this.
I think it brings together a community of people, and it also brings people from various different mediums that are interested in the video games industry to just work together.
Well, it's sort of like right now it's like a thing to bring like friends together, something to do which isn't like, you know, outrageously expensive, and we both have like common interests in it as well.
Dressing up as your favourite gaming character or cosplay was welcome. This performer took it to the next level, dressing as Kratos from God of War. The group are planning their next fundraiser to hopefully grow their charity and spread their message through music and video games.
It's been a pretty miserable weekend in Salford. The rain has not stopped. Manchester really is living up to its name. Josh Kelly has braved the outdoors to give us an update from the rooftops of Media City.
I'm Josh Kelly with your Salford Now forecast. I'm in the skies above the city this afternoon, where we're seeing some moderate temperatures for this time of year. So nothing to shout about. It's pretty overcast, but what's more to be expected from Greater Manchester weather in December? We're going to be seeing some rain this evening, so if you've got any Monday night events, you're going to be wanting to take a brolly with you, because if not, I'm afraid you are going to get wet. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be a chilly commute for you, so make sure you're wrapping up warm. It's going to be grey. It's going to be pretty miserable. As we move into the later stages of the week, there's a high chance of some frost, ice and snow. So make sure you're getting the de-icer in now if you're a motorist, because come Friday morning, you're not going to be going anywhere in a hurry.
And that's all from us today on Salford Now. Follow us on Salford Now on Twitter and Facebook.
Or on our website, salfordnow.co.uk. Goodbye.
Goodbye.